Hey everyone. Let's talk stories. Today I'll be talking about the new Walter Isaacson biography on Elon Musk. So it's called Elon Musk by Walter Isaacson. So if you are someone who likes interesting stories, the origin stories, or how did the wealth accumulation stories, the problem solver stories, right? Mainly, how did this guy become like something tangible? So if you're one of those guys, you will love it. There are brilliant stories in it. There are some stories which will question your attitude towards life. There are some stories about what it takes to be at the top of not just your surround not just the people you know, but on the top of the world itself. So what it takes, what is the mental toll it takes for on a person who is in the top. Okay, so this is just a short overview on is if the book is for you or not. So if you fit into any of those categories that I mentioned, the book is definitely for you. You should definitely give it a read. It's in one word, it's fantastic, fascinating, period. Yeah. Going into in-depth review. The book chronicles Elon Musk's journey from the time he was born in South Africa to the latest development in his Twitter acquisition. Not even till Twitter acquisition, even past that, like very recent, the Twitter, regarding the Twitter files, or what the Twitter's algorithm changes that he made, and what are the decisions that he took. I mean, on what criteria did he fire so many people? Right, the world was alarmed to know that the Elon Musk fired 80% of the workforce. So what are the parameters that he considered in firing those people? Right, this there were all these were like very detailedly explained. And what so this book is more about what was running in Elon's mind throughout his journey, and what makes him a special person. So I can't I the book is not polarized opinion on Elon Musk. There are some views that, as a reader, we tend to hate him. There are some views in which will leave us in awe of him. There are so many views. So Walter Isaacson, as usual, he does a fantastic job of culminating all the views, all the opinions of the people around him, people he influenced, people who influenced him, all those people, right? Now, the broader story is that the broader story chronicles how he was born in South Africa, and his troubled relationship is with his father. And there are there, this are the, there are some interesting tidbits about what his father feels. There are these uh, conflicting points about Elon's word versus his father's word. So he has a very troubled relationship with his father. And most of the book, you see parallels being drawn out between his father's behavior and his behavior, which are almost going on the same way. Not okay. His father was an engineer, who was a technical person, and who doesn't have a social awareness, that who doesn't have much of a social awareness, and who tends to poke the people to the wrong way, like Elon does, right? And no again, so the troubled relationship with his father to the time he decides to move to America. Now, his education background, how he ended up in Canada because of the visa problems in America, and how he started in Stanford, if I'm not, yeah, it's Stanford. And for the big break comes in when he designs yellow pages for the local businesses, right? So that gets acquired by a big corporation. Then he moves to PayPal. How did he found PayPal? How did he found PayPal? And what led him to his departure in PayPal? Like, what are the politics that, so there are like numerous stories, numerous recollections by the people who were his colleagues, who were the founding members of all his organizations, to what actually made Elon today is his perseverance, his perseverance to achieve unimaginable things. See, there are some stories which says that one of the segments, he asks an employee, what is the duration in which you can complete this. He hears a reply, 6 months. Okay, then he stands up and say, okay, I want it done in 3 weeks. That's it. He doesn't explain. And he's an extremely technical guy. He likes to be an engineer. He likes to be hands on in everything he's doing. Now, that is a rare quality. That is something. So if you have in it, if you have it in you, you can't let it go. Elon is that kind of a guy. And starting from PayPal, like, which he wanted to name it as X.com in 1999. Now, which it's no he name he which he scratched the H by renaming Twitter to X.com. And he wanted the X.com in 1999 to be a global payments platform, which he claims that he wants that Twitter now to be a global payments platform. Now, somehow after 20 years, he's trying to make his dream come true. Let's see. Now, starting from that, now he after selling X.com or PayPal, he moves on to SpaceX. Now, SpaceX. So one very good thing about the narrative here is, I'm not sure if that's true. I'm hoping it's true. Is that Elon is a selfless guy whose only ambition is to make good for the civilization that is currently existing on Earth. Right. One reason for founding SpaceX was that there will come a time when Earth will no longer be habitable. Now, there should be some mechanism for people on Earth to go and live on Mars. That was his main motto of starting SpaceX. And the SpaceX. So the way the book is written is, there are interlinking narratives being coming, like he's a guy, he's an extremely busy guy who's managing multiple companies. So the way the book is written is, there are interlinking narratives between SpaceX, Tesla, the Neuralink, and what was the satellite, the internet connectivity, space, yeah, Starlink, yeah. So there are these all multiple narratives that are coming, and the solar company that he built. Now, the SpaceX journey starts in 2000. And there it's not an easy road for him. He's building it from scratch. He's recruiting, he's firing. And Elon is a ruthless uh, Elon is extremely ruthless when it comes to firing people. One phrase that he uses very often is, if you can't do this, your resignation is accepted. That's the very famous phrase that you see all throughout the book. Now, you see the SpaceX chronicles, how SpaceX went ahead and bagging the NASA contract and all this. Now, you see in between them Tesla, and he is introduced to a very enthusiastic Tesla founders who wants him to invest in their electric car company. And because Elon, being a pro Earth, pro civilization kind of guy, he knew that the resources of Earth will deplete, and he wants solar energy to be main source of energy. So he went ahead and he starts investing in Tesla. He becomes the chief architect of the Tesla. And there are elaborate discussions on who owns Tesla. And there are Elon being pissed about him not being named as a founder of Tesla, while he was not the founder, but he was extremely important in taking a Tesla to where it was in 2009, when they first released their Roadster, right? So it chronicles all his journey into how we're bringing the Tesla cars out over there. There are some instances where Elon sees that Elon, okay, there are multiple stories, but to sum it up, Elon is a guy who thrives on uh, who, who thrives on doing extremely hard, extreme work. Now there is a hustle. He's an extreme hustler who works like 120 hours a week. There are he so whenever he finds calm, right? This is what fascinates me. So whenever he finds time, whenever he feels his leisure, he picks one of his companies and he goes to that company, and he rails all through. He rails all the workers there to work harder, and so and he works harder along with them. So this is a extremely fascinating aspect of him. We tend to relax, right? But Elon is that kind of a guy. That's what makes him, that's what puts him in the spot he is in, right? And it also describes a very paints a very clear picture on his personal life, how it affected his professional journey, what made him uh, enter a relationship, what made him move out of a relationship, and his tumultuous, his his difficult relationship Amber Heard, and he has 10 children, and there are multiple occasions where he says that so procreation should be encouraged more than what it is now, to let the civilization uh, grow. Okay, now so uh, it's a is an extremely hmm, he's an extremely difficult guy to work with, definitely. And he's an extremely technical guy. He's an extremely uh, smart guy to argue with, and he is a person who identifies smartness just in a conversation. And there are multiple stories like outlining his smartness. Like he went ahead and how what took place when he sent the Starlink satellites to Ukraine, and what happened when he bought out the solar company from his cousins, and what is the hustle that he went through to make it successful, and what went through his mind when he was buying Twitter. Very fascinating stories if you're a tech guy, if you want to understand how the products are made, and what it takes to build wealth, what it takes to build a very what do you say, uh, functionable product, right? And so there are, so if you if any of this like interest, you should definitely go and read Elon Musk by Walter Isaacson. And there are multiple things I wantedly left out of my conversation here. So I'll end it with a very with a light anecdote where Tesla's floor, right? The floor, like the floorboard, Tesla's car's floorboard. It they say that the floorboard is earlier it used to be made with 100 different parts. Okay, now Elon was sitting in a chair, and he sees a toy car. Now he lifts up the top plastic thing, and he sees one single metal piece that was acting as a floorboard. And he asks engineer, why can't we do this? Why do we need 100 different parts to that make of one single a floorboard? The engineers didn't have an answer, because the only reason they had was there were no companies who has the casting machines to build a floor that big of a metal, right? There are no the casting companies like that. Now they actually goes ahead and commission a German company to build a casting machines to do that. So, and he encourages people uh, to uh, to look at a car as a Lego piece. Like, if you a piece should be easily replaceable. That's the so there are some extremely fascinating stories about what the gaming means to him, what and apparently he sent a roadster some years back into the space, and he has Douglas Adams Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy, which is a heavy influence on him. You'll see constant references to Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy, and if you have read Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy, and you will love those references, and you will love how Elon perceived the book in his all through his life. Yeah, I think with this I'll end it. And if you like it, I think subscribe. Thanks.